YouTube, we are in the top 16 of the Meta Weekly, and Jon Snow blocking it, but we're going to go anyway. How do you join tournaments? I see that a lot. You want to know? These are the tournaments I host every week. Every Sunday, every Monday, $10 prize pool, $50 prize pool, but both of them qualify you for the big $1,000 tournament. It's free entry if you're subbed on Twitch or a member joined on YouTube. So if you want to click sub on Twitch or join on YouTube, the subscribe button is also very much appreciated. Then once you join the Discord, discord.gg/duellinksmeta, you'll see the $1,000 qualifier 20 sign up channel. You click on this, you sign up. That's going to be the Sunday tournament, single elimination, best of 3 dueling, 1 deck, no side. And if you want to join the meme tournament, you just go to the meme tournament channel while I'm Twitch streaming, and you grab the room ID and you hop in and you duel against random people. The top 8 players play, and that's the way. Top 16, let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Eldlich versus Endymion. Search for an Endymion and then place spell counters on the field. We don't have anything to put spell counters on. The Mythical Beast Cerberus will destroy itself to then grab a Mythical Beast card. This card is like a hand trap. This card's quite interesting. This states that when your opponent summons a monster, you could remove 3 spell counters from the field, special summon this card, then return the opponent's monster back to the hand. Nuts. We're going to destroy ourselves. Jackal will destroy itself to then summon the Cerberus onto the field, which is just going to be used for link summoning into the Electromite. Now, generally with Electromite, we're going to put the Astrograph into the extra deck or a Chronograph. By putting the Chronograph or the Astrograph, you're going to destroy a face-up Pendulum card you control to then add it to the hand. And because it's being added to private knowledge, it technically could have been there when you destroyed the card. So we're going to pretend like that's the reason why you're okay to do this. It recognizes that you destroyed a card, and it will now special summon itself alongside another card from your hand. Electromite will draw 1 card. Chronograph, come forth and summon. Oh, are you summoning a Max C? Or we're going to make a DPE? There we go. We have committed to our normal summon. We're making Apollo USA. No DP to the E. Apollo instead of DPE. Might not be playing DPE. Pot of P. Look at all the cards we are banishing. We're going to chain Max C. Now, why chain Max C? Because you could be drawing into a Crossout Designate or a Called by the Grave. With my Dino deck, if I have the full combo, I'm going to grab Called by the Grave or Crossout Designate. So you do want to chain Max C to it. Holy floodgate, mate. I'm going to grab Goes and Match, which says that you can only have 1 attribute on the field. So once you have your Wind Apollo USA, you're stuck. Zefrath could add a Zefra card to the extra deck. We're going to normal summon. Ooh. When this card is normal or pendulum summon, you could add a Zefra from your extra deck to your hand. This is not the one that deals with the back row. There is one that deals with the back row. We're going to skill drain, negate. I do not think so, mate. Set 5 pass. You didn't want to be that brutal. You wanted to hold back just a little. Goes in. We're already wind-type monsters, okay. Guardian's going to block the attack with 2,500 defense, reducing the Apollo down to 0. Nuts. Eldlich is discarding the Haquero to send the Zefrath to the graveyard, which will send it to the extra deck. Game 1 going to skill drain and goes a match with a little bit of a side of Eldlich. Just like game 1. Cerberus, grab Jackal. Jackal, summon Cerberus. And we're going to try to be making an Electromite. Chronograph already in our hand. Now Chronograph chose to not summon the Max C or the other monster from the hand. So we did lose out on that additional effect. Electromite will then add Astrograph instead if we even play it. Looks like we don't even play it. The Savant Kepler is going to allow us to get to a tuner. So if we don't have a tuner, we grab Kepler because Kepler searches for a tuner. Very good. Good Zefrath. We're going to search again. Zephyr Providence and Zephyr Field Spell searches for a Zephyr card. We are setting up a Pendulum Summon. Zefrath put the donkey into the extra deck, summon the donkeys and the treasure. The treasure is going to target a Yang Zing, and that monster is treated as a tuner. So now we can make the Christian Hal combo. We have the Zefra Divine Strike. When a spell or trap card or monster is activated, you can banish one face-up Zefra from your extra deck, negate, and destroy. Omni negate. So we have the Apollo USA plus search a tuner, so now we can make Christian Hulk. Lamia could summon itself onto the field by sending the contract to the graveyard. Now we Hulkin. Hulk into Despot or Jet Synchron. We have Despot making the Aurora Dawn. Summon 3 tokens. Come. Triggering the effect of the 0/0/1. Full fields. We're going to make a Herald of Arc Light. Herald of Arc Light, okay. We're going to tribute ourselves and a token to summon the Olion. Olion and the token's going to make a Dang Long. Dang Long will search for an Omni Negate. So right now we have 3 monster negate on Apollo, once per chain. We have negate anything with the Herald. Also, anything sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard is banished instead. So we look at the Eldlich. The Eldlich states that you could send this card and 1 spell and trap card from your hand to the graveyard to send a card in the field to the graveyard. Eldlich cannot activate. It's illegal. Eldlich is now illegal. You cannot Eldlich, but you can Lava Golem. Borreload will be another negate. So Herald negate, Borreload negates, Apollo negates up to 3 monster effects. And we have Yang Zing negate anything, and we have Zefra negate anything. We got 5 disruptions. Are we going to eat up a negate? All right. We have 4 more disruptions. Herald, Apollo, and 2 traps. Wait. After Borreload negated? Well, to be fair, the Pata E has to be used at the start of the turn. But why not tribute over Apollo? Or the Yang Zing? He cannot activate the Yang Zing unless he has a Yang Zing on the field. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Lava Golem Burn. We're going to flip up Gozen match. We're going to negate that with the Yang Zing or the Zefra Strike. Because we have a Yang Zing on the field, we can negate. Solemn Judgment negates. But because you didn't get rid of the Yang Zing, Counter Trap gets countered by a Counter Trap. Zefra Divine Strike, negate. I don't think so, mate. If you Lava Golemed the Yang Zing, this wouldn't have happened. But to be fair, he did have Borreload. Okay, if you goes in, he Borreloads, you can't Solemn Judgment. So he was screwed anyway. The 2 traps and the 2 monsters screwed him. He was pretty much screwed. There's nothing Clyde Strife could really do. The Herald would negate. Solemn Judgment cannot negate a monster effect. Borreload would negate. Zefrath is going to be putting a Zefra into the extra deck. Lethal damage of the Apollo USA. We're going to Golden Land, 2,500 defense, block it. Maxi draw off of the trap being special summoned. Successfully blocking it. We're good for another turn. Main phase 2, summon the Zefras onto the field. Donkey searching for a Zefra Providence will search for a Zefra. Grabbing a Zefra War. Target one other Zefra card you control and 1 card your opponent controls, destroy them. Masquerina, which could make a Unicorn, which could return a card in the field back into the deck. So we have at least 2 disruptions here. Zefra War, you have Apollo, Monster Negate, and we have the Masquerina, so that's triple disruption. Can only activate within the main phase, so when your opponent attempts to enter the battle phase, that's when they have to summon the Unicorn to discard and deal with the card. Can't use the effect of the Eldlich without being negated by the Apollo USA. We got Torrential Tribute, but it's going to get popped by the Zefra War. Before revealing he's playing Torrential Tribute, we're going to be going into Game 3. Pata P, banish 6 to dig the deck. You're not going to dig for a Floodgate. I'm going to negate. Skill Drain, Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike will negate a special summon. So what happens is, if you Pendulum summon 5 monsters on the field, Solemn Strike will negate them all. Bro, how big is this pendulum? 1, 2, 3. What? Why not strike? Because you got skill drain? Okay. All right. Negate. No effects for you. Wouldn't that have been a really good Solemn Strike? I think so. All right, it's fine. Linking off Conquistador into a Link Spider to get it in the graveyard. Now we can activate the Conquistador. Because we activated during the opponent's turn, we can now set an Eldlich from the deck. And with the Golden Land Forever, Solemn Strike, and the Eldlich on the fields, we're going to be protecting our skill drain at all costs. You're not going to be able to deal with our skill drain. Linking off into Masquerena. Zefraths, put a Zefra into the extra deck. We're going to Pendulum Summon. Get the Donk in the graveyard to activate. Now we're Solemn Striking. We're Solemn Striking the Donkey from adding a Yang Zing or Zefra spell and trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. End phase Eldlich come forth and summon Eldlich backed up with the Golden Land Forever, which contribute the Eldlich to negate anything. Imperial Order. Oh no. Aquero is here with the effect of the Eldlich, which will be able to banish a card from the opponent's graveyard. Masquerena not able to summon into anything good. What you could do is you could make an access code talker banish itself, then pop the skill drain. That does work, but requires 4 freaking monsters. Golden Land Forever, negating the Abyss Curtain. You're out. And turn, I mean, it's hopeless for him. Aquero come forth and summon onto the field. Maxi chaining to the Aquero. We will be drawing 1 card during the end phase, that is Zefra War. Ooh, can we use this? If you have 2 Zefra cards in your Pendulum Zones, we do not. You can activate this card from your hand to target a Zefra card you control and 1 card your opponent controls to destroy. Rip. Oh, Lion be gone, but we could summon a token which will then die to the Link Spider. Chronograph is a scale 8. We could do a single Pendulum Summon into the Donkey, which is negated. Flipping up goes in match, which kills his own Link Spider. Ending the turn, we're going to Eldlich into another Golden Boy onto the field. Zefra War will be able to pop the Donkey and the skill drain, dropping us down to 300 life, or taking out the Eldlich instead. Searching for a Zefra Providence after the Donkey has been destroyed. Can we break the skill? No, I can't believe you can call Pendulum with this. Declare Pendulum. Pendulum is now illegal. Pendulum monsters are negated, and you can't summon Pendulum. What the trash was that? You play more than 1 Divine Strike? Or no, that's your first one. Honorable Sudoku / div, I'm so sorry. We have a hand trap deck. Oh, Prank Kids. Haven't seen Prank Kids in a while. Now, the interesting question is to DPE or to not DPE with your Prank Kids. We know they're definitely going to play DPE when the adventure cards come out soon. But without the adventure cards, it's a little bit harder to make the Anaconda. Efficiently, that is. Gonna Ash Blossom, negate, and there was no way to play around that Ash Blossom, unfortunately. If there was a monster on your opponent's side of the field, the Prank Kid's place allows you to play around Ash Blossom by Chainlink 2, Chainlink wanting the Prank Kid, Chainlink to the place to reduce your opponent's monster by 500. With a Swordsoul deck, you want to special summon your Tenyis first, initially, generally. We got the Monk of Tenyi. You want to use up, make sure you don't use up your normal summon. Crystron Hulk. Hulk is dealing with Imperm or Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler will be called by the grave, but the Imperm will then negate. Despot 001 will be summoned from the hand, so that's what's really good about this combo is that the 001, we're just going to do double Effect Veiler. Now, this will be negating the Hulk. The Hulk gets negated by the Effect Veiler. It does resolve, and then the Call by the Grave will stop all Effect Veilers. So you might be thinking, since the Crystron Hulk is on Chainlink 1, is it no longer negated since Effect Veiler is negated? any newly activated effect failures are negated. If an effect is already applied, for example, if I max C, it resolves, then you call by the grave the max C, I'm still going to draw per special summon. Summoning the 001. Normal summon 001. Didn't even need the effect. Imperm off of Double Veiler, negating the Auroradon. The Ghost Spell could also negate the 001 from being summoned from the graveyard if you wanted. Goodbye to Meow. Now, the crazy thing about the Prank Kids is they're one-card combo. One-card combo, just one Prank Kid. There you go, that's the Prank Kid. Play the field spell, get prankin'. You know DPE's a problem? When you could have summoned your main boss monster, but you summoned DPE instead? That's disgusting. Are you kidding me? He could have summoned Battle Butler, but he chose DPE instead. What the hell is that? All right. DPE stripping away a deck's identity. Vishuda is here, normal summon, we're gonna get poppin'. DPE popping itself, taking out the Vishuda before we can make a level 8 synchro. DPE activating. Ashuna banishing to summon a tuner onto the field. We're now locked into worm-type monsters only. Adhara adding back the Ashuna. We're going to now make a Shaman. Shaman could discard a card to then summon a monster from the graveyard. Come forth and summon Monk of Tenyi, which will negate the Shaman. Now, the Ghost Spell will not destroy, it will negate. Alrighty. He's scooping. That's a scoop. Now, losing game 1, you get to choose. You want to go first or second. He's going to go first. Special summon is Shuna into the Monk. Now, you can't use the Despot 001 for the Krishron Hulk combo. You're going to have to normal summon your Effect Failure or normal summon your Ash Blossom to Krishron Hulk. But he's not doing that. He's banishing Ashuna to summon Vishuda to then normal summon the bot to make a Grandmaster. So he's going to retain the Veiler, retain the Ash Blossom, retain the Max C. Very good. The Crossout Designate will have to negate the Ash Blossom, but the Max C is going to be good. Wait, no Prank Kid play. No, we're playing Prank Kids, right? Ash Blossom, negate the Fusion Destiny. Crossout Designate, negates. Chain Max C to draw just one. So that's some good synergy because Ash Blossom is so good against Prank Kids. If they Ash Blossom your prank, you follow up with Fusion Destiny. Yeah, you do not search Blackout to pop 2 cards in the fields. We got DPE. DPE could pop itself and another card in the fields. What? He's going to Effect Veiler early? Interesting. He really wanted to protect his Grandmaster because when you enter the battle phase, then there's no way to protect the Grandmaster. Wait, I mean, couldn't... Okay, we were negated, so he negates the ability to reduce his attack. The Effect Veiler is also only activatable in the main phase, so it does make sense to Veiler in the main phase, because if he were to chain, then you would chain negate. All right? Now, he could have impermed at the start of the turn to negate the Grandmaster. DPE activating to wipe out the Taya. Grandmaster is going to negate. Imperm is going to negate the Grandmaster. DPE will successfully be popped. Popping a card you control and taking out the Taya. Taking out... What? Why did you take out Twin Twister? You want an open field? You want an open field? Wait. Twin Twister? What happened here? Why did he destroy the Twin Twister? You could have even destroyed the Imperm. Okay. Within the battle phase, going to attempt to negate. Because he is bigger than him, he's going to chain pop. Pop it himself. Taking out the Grandmaster. DPE activating 1500 to the face. Now we can link off. We can go into Battle Butler now. Fanzies is going... Ooh. Negating the pranks. But that's okay. He still got the play. Fanzies could send the pranks to the graveyard now. Send the pranks. And then Duely Do make another one. So that Dooley Doo's negated. You just make another one, which you generally do with Dooley Doo, even if you're not negated. Now we're going to use Dooley Doo to add from the graveyard to our hand, not grabbing the pranks. Heck, wait. He didn't have enough cards in his hand to banish with the Earth Prank Kid, so he was not able to do that. He's got the full Battle Butler play here. Afraid to summon Ecclesia against the DPE. DPE completely stopping him from making a play. Now, Neo Yu-Gi-Oh! Is up a game. They swapped positions on us. Thank you. You have to fusion summon during the battle phase. This will trigger all of the Prank Kids used for the fusion summon. Now, because he didn't use the Fansies on the field, he blocked himself. Also, because he didn't summon into the extra monster zone, he blocked himself on the third summon. Summon the Dropsies. Dropsies is not going to summon. He's going to summon another Dropsies. Now, a double Dropsies, you're going to be able to make the Totally Awesome if you wanted to. If you were to fusion summon during your opponent's turn, that is because you are locked into Prank Kids only if you activate your fusion spell on your own turn. Game one. What is this, Raidraptor? Raidraptor? Dead hand, I guess. Fractal, send Kit. Kit, send Nerval. Nerval gets Searchin. We have Caress for an additional summon. We have Fusion. This is nuts. This is nuts. We got so many plays. If he droplets this, he gets special summon Caress. Then he's got Fusion Destiny. What the hell? Now, you gotta be careful with your deck. Let's say you're playing Tri-Brigade Zodiac, yeah? If you're playing Tri-Brigade Zodiac, you want to search for the term cannot special. Now, if you activate the Bear Brum, you cannot special summon DPE. There's Bear Brum right there. So you do want to Fusion Destiny before you send Bear Brum to the graveyard to then lock you out of your DPE. So this is very important that's happening right now. He's going to DPE, then he's going to get the Bear Brum in the graveyard during next turn, or during main phase 2. DPE is going to pop the Bear Brum. Now he's locked into Tri-Brigade monsters only for the rest of the turn. So do pay attention to your restrictions. Revolt. Revolt's going to be non-targeting banished during the opponent's turn. Lightning Storm could take it out. It's going to summon DPE and defense. Very likely the Lightning Storm could only destroy attack position monsters. But dealing with the Revolt, very good. Chaining the Revolt, come forth and summon. What the heck is this? Rank up Magic Soul Shave Force. Bear Brum was properly summoned, so we he couldn't even make the Shireg Omen. He didn't even have room. There was no room unless DPE popped itself in response to the Revolt. Kit going back on the deck for the Revolt, searching for another Revolt. Orstrix with Monster Reborn. DPE, wipe that fool out before he searches. I don't think so. What the hell? Rank up Magic Shave. Pay half your life points, target a Raidraptor in your graveyard, special summon it. Then summon from your extra deck one Exceed that is 2 ranks higher than that of monster. Let's get to it. Holy moly. Infinity. Stealing the Rugal. Taking out the Caress. This is an Omni Negate. We got the Omni Negate. But the DPE is going to reduce it, so it kills it. That's it. DPE counters. Reduce. Wait, he's still activating it? Infinity, negate, DPE. Be gone. So we want to use up the once per turn negate, so we can then follow up with Nerval. Nerval banishing 4, come forth and summon Shireg Omen. Shireg Omen banish the Infinity. Open field lethal. Only once per turn can you negate. Tri-Brigade taking game 1. Bro, he passed turn 1. He's got no play, can't summon Dasher, has no rockets in the hand to special summon. not summoning this. Damn. What is this? Fractal, Sen, Ash Blossom, Negate. Foolish Burial is going to do the same thing that Fractal was doing anyway, sending Kit, sending Nerval. Nerval activates, search him for the Caress. Almost have a Nerval, banish 2. Can he go for lethal? Why not? Kit, special summon the Caress. Tenki gets searching for the Thorough Blade. We already used up our normal summon. We're going to make Anaconda not go for lethal. We're going to Caress, banish 2, come forth and summon. Bear Brum into DPE. How much damage we got? 5, 12, 17, 25. Drop the Dante down. We're going to then DPE pop the Bear Brum, searching for the Revolt. Very good. Did not pop himself this time. Taking out the Caress so that he has room to revolt. I did see a comment about that on game 1. He now officially has the non-targeting removal. Or, I mean, even with if he had Caress, he still would have been good, right? Revolts, 1, 2. No, he needs 4. Wait, no, with Bear Brum, he would be able to do it. He would be, I think, correction, I think I misspoke. Game 1 with Bear Brum, that's 2 links and then 2 other monsters that could have made the Shrek Omen. DPE popping itself and the other monster. We're going to do the Shave Force again. We're going to revolt into the Shrek Omen. Shrek Omen will activate on a separate chain link. Come forth and summon. What? Did not activate the Shrek Omen? Excuse me. Okay, there. Oh, it goes right into the Infinity. The Infinity is going to be chain link blocked by the Nerval. The Nerval's going to block the Omen from being negated. So by putting this on chain link 2, this could not be negated by the Infinity. Search. Banish. And by him not even bothering to negate tells me I think he's given up. DPE, come back. We battling. Lethal damage. Tri-Brigade. Zodiac. DPE taking game number 2. 2-0 victory. Let's hop into another match. Eldlich deck. Can Dinos deal with Eldlich? What do you all think? We're going to be drawing. Let's check out Dinos right now. Let's see what their tools are going to be to deal with this. Now, it's important to know about skill drain versus miscellaneous source. Miscellaneous source will not protect you from skill drain. You're protected from activated effects. Skill drain is not an activated effect. It's a continuous effect. The continuous effect will stop your protection. So the Archosaur activating, negated. Nuts. Your monsters are unaffected by your opponent's activated effects, not working versus skill drain. You just got outskilled. Summoning a Petite, linking off the Link Rebo into a Secure Gardna. We battling. We're going to Haquero, get blocking, 1500 defense. That's going to trigger the effect of the Heavenly Prison. Come forth, Heavenly Prison, which will then grab a pot of E from the deck. If you not already have one, he already has one. He's going to grab the Elixir instead. Petite dying during the end phase, which could summon a card that deals with the skill drain. So this is very smart. If you are a Dino player, learn this play. Use the miscellaneous to summon a Petite. Petite dies during the end phase. Then Petite summons the Pankratops. Pankratops can destroy skill drain. But he got outskilled again by Solemn Strike. Negate. He had the out. He had the out. I could not believe he actually had it. Pot of E at the start of the main phase 1. Randomly banish your extra deck. Draw 2. Lord of Heavenly Prison. Come forth and summon 3000 attack. This card is nuts. Grabbing Haquero. Eldlich send a Secure Gardna. Eldlich come forth and summon. We have over 9,000 damage. 10,800 damage on the fields. Holy moly. Finish him. Now, Lord of Heavenly Prison cannot attack if you have a Cursed Eldland on the field. So by sending the Cursed Eldland to the graveyard with the Eldlich, he was only then able to attack for game. Miscellaneous is going to banish itself to summon the Archosaur to pop the baby. The whole deck is about popping the baby. You always want to think, how do I pop the baby? Now you want to summon an Oviraptor, search for a baby. Why? Because the Oviraptor pops the baby. So pop the baby to then summon another baby. And then what are you going to summon? Another card that could pop the baby. You're going to summon a Scrap Raptor to pop the baby. What are you summoning off the baby? Another baby or a Petite. Another baby. How are you going to pop the baby again? You're going to make the Scrap Wyvern. This will be the final baby pop we're doing. Wyvern will summon a Scrap from the graveyard, then destroy it, then activate to summon a Scrap from the deck, then destroy the baby, and then add a Chimera. Normal summon the Chimera as an additional summon. We already used up our summon, but we get the additional summon. The baby can now summon Giant Rex. Giant Rex, if banished by the double evolution pill, will summon itself back on the field. We're going to come forth and make Apollo USA. We want to get the Giant Rex in the graveyard through Synchro or Link summoning. We're going to make... Wait. You messed it up. Giant Rex is supposed to be in the grave, mate. What the... What the... Double evolution pill. Pankratops. Pankratops deal back row? Okay. So he missed out. He could have had Lagia and Borreload. If he Borreloaded, he could have then banished the Giant Rex to then make a Lagia. He could have had double back row negate and the Pankratops. Pada E, banish 6, draw 2. Negate. That's it. Lagia, negated. We have Apollo USA, which can negate up to 3 monster effects. It does not destroy. Negate. Negate. Heavenly Prison. Negated, dropping down to 1600 attack. Now, the skill drain will be destroyed by the Pankratops. Pankratops will pop it unless he can deal with the Pankratops before it pops the skill drain. So if you are the Eldlich player, how are you going to deal with the Pankratops? Maybe you're going to try to Conquistador it, and then Pankratops has to randomly hit the skill drain. It's all about the skill drain here. Now, the problem with this is the Ash Blossom will negate, also the Miscellaneous Source. Well, Miscellaneous will actually only work during the main phase, so it was very smart for the Eldlich player to try to do his plays within the draw phase, to play around the Miscellaneous Source. So with the toggle on, only with toggle on, during the draw phase, play around Miscellaneous Source, try to deal with the Pankratops to protect your skill drain. Negate anything besides monster effect. Solemn Strike can negate a monster effect. We're gonna Dragon Ice Prison to yoink the Miscellaneous Source. Your Miscellaneous Source is mine. We still have Oviraptor, Solemn Strike, negate the Oviraptor, but I'm unaffected by activated effects. Bro, Miscellaneous is protecting the Oviraptor. So you had to Solemn Judgment the summon of Oviraptor. This does not work. He activated Miscellaneous Source, did he not? Yes, he did. Oof. Big oof. Not good. Not good. Now he's got Miscellaneous Source in the graveyard to banish and summon Archosaur. Archosaur pop in the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from the hand. The Solemn Judgments could not negate any of this. Had he Solemn Judgmented the Oviraptor, I think he lost. I think he would have lost. Right then and there. Linkuriboh, Oviraptor, popping his own Miscellaneous to summon back on the field. Come forth and summon Tornado Dragon. We could Solemn Judgment this. This will pop a back row card. He does not want that to happen. No. He has a double evolution pill. He could Solemn Judgment that also. Yes, again. No. Negate, negate. And he's able to summon an Eldlich from the deck also. Now what, now what? Linking off Linkuriboh to Secure Gardna. Now, Secure Gardna cannot be used as a Link summon ever. You gotta pop it with the Oviraptor. You gotta pop it with your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. We have Ash Blossom negating the Eldlich from being summoned. Gonna drop him down to 625. 625. What now? What's gonna rip into? Quero, we got Elixir. Elixir grabbing another Haquero. We have 1800 attack, 1500 defense to block attacks. The Scrap Chimera is not going to be able to summon anything from the graveyard. We have the Miscellaneous Source banishing to summon the Archosaur. Archosaur, get poppin'. It actually does not pop, does not search for a pill, banishes for the ultimate conductor Tyranno, and just like that, Eldlich has been eliminated from the tournament. Dom defeating CTS Slazin. Starting off with the Shuna special summon. We could normal summon Ash Blossom. We could make the Krishan Hal combo. We're going to special summon Vishuda. Activate a Shuna, summon a level 1. Very good. So he ate the Ash off of the Ashuna. He could then follow up, make a Krishan Hulk, or he could negate the Ash. Ash negated. We will summon our level 1 tuner. We're going to hold on to our own Ash. Your own Ash is too good against prank kids. You don't want to use it to make a Krishan Hulk. Locking him out of Earth would stop him from summoning. No meow. Can't meow. Pop Earth and he's done. Water. Water? What does water stop him from doing? Can't summon Dropsies. Meow. I don't think he knew what he was playing against, to be fair. Ash Blossom, stop his entire play, but cross out designates, negate the Ash Blossom, so now we can continue our play. Now, he has to be careful to not try to summon Dropsies. You don't really make that mistake. I'd say he did mess up, though. He had to normal summon Dropsies and not Lampsies, because now he can't get the effect of Dropsies because he can't even special summon it. Uh-oh. The banish of your own crossout designator. Your own crossout designator triggered the Chang Ying to banish a card on the field in the graveyard, completely stopping your play. Oh my Jesus. Wow, just Chang Ying protects your Ash. If it gets called by the grave or gets crossout designated, you're then going to trigger the double banish. So where you could have Baron could just negate the crossout. Chang Ying's like, nah, we're just gonna double banish you if you stop me. A Call by the Grave could also stop a DPE, activating the graveyard to summon. Ash Blossom is gonna completely stop his entire turn. That's it, he's done. The turn's over. It's over. Set pass. We got Imperm negate, Droplet negate. Ghost Spell will probably not be usable. Prank Kid's plan pretty much does nothing. We're going to discard the Moyi, summon Long Yon into token. You can't Imperm that. Plays around Imperm, very good. Baron to floor will now be able to negate. Long Yon, burn it for 1200. Baron to floor, pop in the back row Droplet. Droplet is going to send the Prank Kid's plan to reduce the Baron to floor down to 1500 attack. We still have Impermanence. Be Gone Meow. Now, the good thing about Prank Kids is it's a one-card combo deck. Just need one Prank Kid, and we're popping off. Just need one Prank Kid. We didn't draw that one Prank Kid. We got double hand trap, we're passing. It's okay, Merlin has no plays either. Not activating to destroy the Impermanence before attacking. Going to destroy it main phase 2. Imperm, negate. All we need is a single Prank Kid. You play 3 water, 3 blue, 3 red, 3 green, double earth, triple field spell. That's 14 Prank Kids you could draw. 14. What? Swordsoul? A completely dead hand? Holy moly. Eldlich sending the dead Heavenly Circle to the graveyard. Eldlich, come forth and summon. Send the card you control the graveyard to come forth. 3500, indestructible. Blackout could take out the skill drain though. We got Zombie World also. Now, the effects of Zombie World against a Swordsoul deck, let's see. The Grandmaster requires a worm. You can't make Grandmaster. We're going to Eldlich get negated by the Ash Blossom. You will not be able to summon. With the Golden Land Forever, we're able to negate anything. Monk of Tenyi. Vishuda does not destroy. It doesn't return back to the deck. Just goes back to the hand. He's not going to negate that. He's going to allow it to happen. He's got skill drain. Ashuna to the hand. Come forward. Special summon Ashuna. We're going to blackout. Get popping. We might Golden Land Forever negate that. Yes, we will. Negate. Now, it's important to know about the Sanguine. It says only one. You could only use the effect once returned. So even if the activation's negated by a Solemn Judgment or a Baron to floor, you still cannot activate another. We got a tuner into the Krishon Halk. Halk is going to get negated by skill drain. Fun main skill is now being drained. What now? Smack him for 15. You could banish this card as a cost to special summon a tuner synchro from your extra deck. But what's a tuner synchro from the extra deck that could work under skill drain? I don't think there isn't one. Eldlich come forth and summon Doom King. If a zombie effect is activated from either player, you'll be able to banish a card your opponent controls that's a monster or negate. Eldlich with the lethal mate. Game 1 going to skill drain with some Eldlich. We're going to Eldlich, forcing the Baron to floor to negate. To protect his reasoning, your opponent declares a level from 1 to 12. You excavate the top cards of your deck until there's a monster that can be summoned. He declares level 8. Banshee, free special summon. Set. Now, there can only be one is similar to Gozen Match and Rivalry of Warlords. It states that there can only be one type of a monster. So the current field, it doesn't even affect it. He's got a worm, he's got a warrior, that's fine. You can't have more than one warrior, you can't have more than one worm. And there can only be one. I think that kind of counters your own deck. You can only have one zombie on the field. Or, wait, what? The zombie world turning everything into a zombie, so he had to send, okay. That's the combo. And we're going to trap trick, grab a card from the deck that's a trap that we're going to be able to activate. We're going to chain Maxi to the Eldlich. Zombie world under there can only be one. There can only be one zombie on the field from either player. Generally, they play Rivalry of Warlords, which would not deal with the current big fields, but it would mean that they cannot summon any new monsters to the fields. He's able to summon that token, or no, now the token zombie. There can only be one zombie, mate. There can only be one zombie on the field, and the zombie world is turning everything into zombies. That's a 2-0 victory. Let's go. Set 2 pass. What? Wait. You could have special summoned Vishuda, normal summon effect veiler, make a Grandmaster, but I guess we put that much more value into having the effect veiler. Okay. We had a play. We could have Krishon Hout. Chaining Maxi to the Lulu. Can't stop the Maxi. We're going to draw per special summon. So the big question is, how far will Virtual World go before they stop? Qinglong's going to search the deck for a Virtual World. Are we going to normal summon? No, we're not going to try to make like a Zeus or something. That'd be 2 additional draws. Ends the turn. That Chuchi's dead. That Chuchi ain't popping. Maxi ended his turn. Come forth, Vishuda into the Monk. Vishuda returned that set back row back to the hand, which was not going to be able to do anything anyway. If he has a Nibiru in his deck, he will be able to negate Nibiru. If you're playing cross out in Swordsoul, hopefully you're playing at least one Nibiru. Nibiru! Negate. He does in fact have the Nibiru. Very good. So Maxi ended his turn. Nibiru got countered. And we got a Baron to floor. Do we have lethal now? Are we lethaling? Baron to floor taking out the Lulu, going in. And just like that, that is game number 1. Going to Swordsoul. Game 2 time. Not activating the True King of all calamities. Mo Yi on summon, reveal the Adhara. Now we're going to activate the True King of all calamities, preventing the activation of any monster effects. Now you might be thinking, why did he not activate True King? What is wrong with him? Well, if you look at the website under the most popular cards, Impermanence is only activatable if you have no cards in the field. Imperm can negate. And also Gamma. Only when you have no monsters can Gamma negate. But mostly playing around the Impermanence, which if we look at the analytic of Impermanence in Swordsoul Tenyi, the majority are playing it. Chuchi popping the Mo Yi. Should we have popped the token instead? The Mo Yi is going to get banished. Chuchi during both players' turns will once per turn be able to pop a face-up card your opponent controls. Emergence. Grabbing the Long Yon. Long Yon can still activate. Only Earth monsters in the hand or in the graveyard cannot activate. All of your opponent's monsters in the field cannot activate, nor can you attack. Make a Baron to floor, which will be no good for now, but will be able to, during the opponent's turn, be able to activate. Very good. We got the Qualoon grabbing a Quinglong. Quinglong can negate the Baron to floor. Baron to floor taking the negate. What else are you going to do? Lulu come forth in special. Someone grabbing another Qualoon, and he's scooping. He knows it's too much. He knows he's negated. Now, Baron to floor negates the Qualoon. Qualoon says you can only activate one per turn, but then you could activate another. So think about this. If you negate Qualoon, they could activate another. If you negate the Lulu, they cannot activate another. Why is that? This says you can only use the effect. This says you can only activate the effect. If you negate the activation, you can activate another one. If you negate the effect that you can only use once, you still used it, but it was negated. Ash Blossom. Now, Ash Blossom versus Baron. Very, very good. Ash Blossom says negate the effect, not the activation, so you cannot activate another Qualoon. You can't do it. Uh-oh, Call with the Grave. Well, negate. Baron to floor, negate the negate, and now we got a Lulu, which will be free to use. Effect Veiler, not so good against Virtual Worlds. With the prevalence of Effect Veiler and Impermanence going up, the stocks for Virtual Worlds are also going up because Imperm and Veiler, they could make their full True King of Calamity through a Veiler. The Lulu does not activate on the field. Everything's from the hand. That's an effect resolution from the hand. You cannot stop that with the Veiler. Zanwu in the graveyard could summon a monster in the graveyard back in the field. We have Utopia Beyond. Utopia Beyond's going to reduce the Baron to 0 attack. We're going for game. We're going for game. 0 attack, Utopia Beyond. That's it, that's game. 3K over the Baron, 2,700, showing the power of Virtual World, even going second. Nuts. That called by the grave. He had him locked up. He had him good. A lot of Eldlich in the top 16. What the hell? Set 5 pass with a max C. The biggest shame here is that he can't set 6 pass. He doesn't have enough space in his back row to go for even better than set 5. Maxi in the standby phase for the BM. Alert Darkness, draw 2, banish a Dark, banishing Celestial. Galaxy Cyclone, pop a back row card. Golden, wow, you hit the right card. That limited to 1 Conquistador, he's tributing off his Eldlich just to protect it. This allows you to pop any card in the field. Grass that's greener, mill your deck until your deck size is equal to your opponent's. I want you to mill more. So I'm going to pull a card out of the deck or the graveyard. Okay, we're pulling from the graveyard. Get ready for the mill. Hedgehog. It's going to search. Beast is going to draw. Wendy's going to summon a monster from the deck and face down defense. Search for a Wendy. Albion, the Shrouded Dragon, is going to send a Branded in white to the graveyard, returning itself back to the deck. Branded in white is going to activate, setting itself onto the field. Branded in white is not a quick effect. It's a fusion spell. Okay, all right. Wendy on flip will summon a monster from the deck. Squamata will destroy a monster. Does not deal with the back row. We have Eldlich, the Black Awakening, come forth and summon Eldlich into defense. White Destiny sets a 7 Cities of the Golden Land. What? He's gonna fusion summon? What if there's no floodgates in his deck? That's a healthy Eldlich deck. I gotta pause for this. I don't know what this does. This card's name becomes Eldlich, the Golden Lord, while in the field. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. You contribute a zombie, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of it, but it cannot attack or activate its effects this turn. But you take control of it forever. Permanently steal a monster. And 7 Cities says that if a zombie is special summoned, you could target a set, spell, and trap card. That set, spell, and trap card cannot be activated. Okay. Schemata can't destroy either of these monsters. They're both indestructible. Wendy summon a monster from the deck. The Shaddoll Dragon can return the Eldlich fusion back to the hand, which will go back to the extra deck. Target any card in the field, return it back. He doesn't have golden lands to negate. He also has Kaiju. Dragon. Return. What? Did he think he had a dragon in the graveyard? He does not. Okay. All right. Goodbye to your Eldlich fusion. That Club of the Grave was for nothing. Maybe he thought it was Schemata. Kind of looks the same. Maybe. What do you think? Kaiju over his monster. Summoning Eldlich back on the field. That will trigger the effect of the 7 Cities, making it so you cannot activate the branded in white. Branded opening, summon the Alubur. Alubur searching for a Despia. The Shaddoll is going to do nothing. Grabbing the field spell. Field spell is a fusion. Get fusion Shokunning into nothing. Conquistador is going to destroy the field spell before it resolves. Tribute summoning for Maximus. Maximus is going to send from the extra deck to the graveyard, or at least attempt to do so. You could send an Entis, which he doesn't play. Okay. You could have searched for a Shaddoll card. Galaxy Cyclone wiping out the back row 7 Cities. Invocation. Banishing Invoker from the graveyard and Eldlich from the opponent's grave. Now we have Makaba. Makaba can negate any monster spell or trap card effect as long as you have that same card type in your hand to discard. It could get boosted up to 3,500 by discarding an Invoker. Should he have taken out the Eldlich by discarding an Invoker? Probably not. The Conquistador is limited to 1. He cannot grab another one. He's got Golden Land Forever, which can negate and destroy the Makaba when he tries to negate. Invoker boosting up in the damage step. 3,500 attack. Now, even if he has a trap, Makaba cannot negate a counter trap. Counter trap is spell speed 3. Makaba is spell speed 2. Aquero is going to banish a card from the graveyard, banishing the branded opening. Okay, which would have protected the Makaba from being destroyed by card effect. Invoker searching. Makaba negating. Golden Land negates the negate. I mean, you knew he had it, right, mate? I guess it's okay, because the Invoker will just summon another one. Alubur is going to summon onto the field from the Makaba being removed from the field by a effect. We're going to get the effect value in the graveyard. We're going to brand it in white. We're going to fusion summon using the graveyard. Come forth and summon Albion, the branded dragon, which will activate to fusion summon. Fusion summoning into what? Fusion summoning into what? I've never seen this. Iwas, the Magistus Spell Spirit. This says during the main phase, you could target one other face-up card, face-up monster on the field, equip this card you control to it. If this card was equipped to an opponent's monster, take control of the monster. You could wait during your opponent's turn. It is a quick effect. Yoinking the Eldlich. Invocation. Banishing Invoker and Hedgehog into Kaliga. Kaliga is only... Both players can only activate one monster effect and can only attack with one monster, but we're getting rid of it. for Anaconda. Anaconda into DPE. No, Super Poly. Super Palmerizing with the opponent's Eldlich and the Alubur. Holy moly, what the hell is going on? Nuts. While he cannot activate, he could still attack. Branded. Albion Dragon's going to set a branded opening from the deck. The Ecclesia says if a fusion monster was sent to the graveyard this turn, you could then add Ecclesia during the end phase. Token Collector. What do you got that for, buddy? Chain and branded opening to summon a Despia from the deck. The Coritis could reduce all monsters that are not fusions to 0 attack within the main phase. We got the Guardian of Golden Land, 2,500 defense. Eldlich, 3,500 attack. Coritis could reduce it to 0 attack only within the main phase. Invocation, adding Invoker back in the deck to add Invocation, adding the Invoker back to the hand, adding itself back to the deck, that is. Invoker, searching for Invocation. What's left to summon? What are we summoning? Agodes. Agodes on summon. Target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Taking out the Token Collector. Agodes, banish a fusion, gain its attack, becoming a whopping 4,500 attack. What? That was the only card that could take out the Eldlich. Okay. Coritis, reducing the entire field to 0 attack. Guardian, reduce the Agodes, which will trigger the Agodes. If your opponent summons a monster, you could pop a card in the field. Get popping. It is pop anything, right? If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you get to pop a monster, okay? Invocation, add the Invoker back to the hand. We don't even have enough room to freaking summon it. Do we have Link summoning? We don't. We don't have any Link summoning monsters. Alistair boosting up the Coritis to 4,500 attack. Let's go. Boost. 2K lethal. Let's go. Nuts. We have a 60-minute time limit for matches, and that game 1 took 50 minutes. So time does get called in this match. It's going to be about whoever has the highest life points will win. And with Imperial Order, you're probably going to lose. You're probably going to lose. Minus 700 Keck W. Eldlich, send the Schism. Schism is going to summon another window, maybe? What are we summoning? What are we summoning? APK? APK? I think it's APK. APK alone. In defense. APK could have negated Imperial Order, forever negating it, but we're forever negating the Gozen match instead. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Just can't be destroyed by battle. That's it. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Burn for 700 in time. Alubur, get searching. Field spell negated. It's all freaking negated. Anaconda, wait, you're gonna minus 2K in time? APK, search for a card, discard the card, Squamata, or a discarded beast, draw 1. All negated, all completely negated. Sending a Fusion Destiny, come forth and summon DPE. Going in, you can't damage step this, so outside of the damage step, the DPE is going to chain pop. Pop in itself and the Imperial Order, so he can now use his cards. Grass, field spell. He's got 42 cards in his deck. His opponent's got 30. He's going to mill 12 cards. Milling a Tragedy to search for a Despia. Grabbing an Alubur, already used up his normal summon. Albion sending a branded in white so he could set it back on the field during the end phase. Alrighty. Time was called. And in TCG, when the time's called, that's it. At the end of the turn, the highest life points wins. Maximilian had higher life. Maximilian won the duel. 2-0. That's a win. And that was the top 16. Get ready for the top 8 video after this. Stay tuned. Let me know if you enjoy these videos. I'm doing my best to cast every single duel It's a lot of work, and you make it worth it if you let me know you appreciate it. So plus like, comment, subscribe, donate, email link, all that good stuff. Let's go, Fools.